Hey, Raiders fans! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. Rumors have been swirling around the NFL for weeks, but the latest whispers are causing a seismic shift in the league. SAQUON Barkley, the electrifying running back who has thrilled Eagles fans with his combination of power, speed, and vision, is reportedly making a dramatic move that no one saw coming. The chatter in league circles suggests that Barkley's tenure in Philadelphia may be coming to an abrupt end, and the destination that insiders are buzzing about is none other than the Las Vegas Raiders. Sources close to team executives hint that discussions have been intense, with negotiations reportedly stretching late into the night, and the level of interest from the Raiders appears to be at an unprecedented level. Fans and analysts alike are speculating about the implications of such a move, imagining the way Barkley's unique skill set could transform the Raiders' offensive dynamics. Beyond the field, this potential transfer has ignited a storm on social media, where every comment and insider leak is being dissected in real time. The narrative being built around Barkley's departure is layered with tension, excitement, and a hint of disbelief, as the Eagles suddenly face the reality of losing one of their most dynamic playmakers. Conversations in sports bars, podcasts, and digital forums are buzzing with theories about what prompted the change, ranging from contract disagreements to a desire for a new challenge in the silver and black city of Las Vegas. Analysts are already drawing comparisons to some of the league's most shocking midseason moves, highlighting how this development could shift playoff predictions and team strategies in ways previously unthinkable. The idea that Barkley could suit up for the Raiders is not just speculation. It has become a consuming narrative that fans are following with the kind of fervor typically reserved for championship-deciding games. As more whispers leak, the tension escalates, feeding a story that seems almost scripted for drama. The NFL world is holding its breath, waiting for confirmation, while simultaneously imagining how a new chapter in Barkley's career could redefine both his legacy and the trajectory of the Raiders franchise. Sources indicate that the Raiders are prepared to make a significant financial commitment to secure Barkley's talents, a move that would represent one of the largest contracts for a running back in recent history. This level of investment signals that the team sees Barkley not merely as a player, but as a transformative figure capable of redefining their offensive strategy. The negotiations, according to insiders, have been intricate, with Barkley's camp and the Raiders' front office engaging in detailed discussions over guaranteed money, performance incentives, and potential endorsements. While official announcements remain pending, the mere speculation has already begun to influence public perception and betting lines. Fans are envisioning high-speed runs down the Las Vegas Strip, highlight reels that could rival anything in the NFL, and a new identity for the Raiders that blends explosiveness with a reinvigorated team spirit. Analysts are weighing the pros and cons of this potential acquisition, examining Barkley's injury history, his peak performance windows, and how his style would mesh with the Raiders' current offensive scheme. The narrative around this potential move is building momentum, fueled by a combination of insider leaks, social media amplification, and the natural human fascination with sports drama. The chatter suggests that this is more than just a routine free agent signing. It is a cultural event that could ripple throughout the league, affecting team strategies, rivalries, and fan engagement across multiple seasons. In many ways, the story of Barkley's rumored move to Las Vegas is a microcosm of modern sports storytelling, blending the thrill of athletic excellence with the intrigue of behind-the-scenes negotiations, creating a saga that captivates both casual viewers and diehard fans. Every report, every whispered confirmation, every speculative tweet adds to a growing legend, building anticipation for what could become one of the most talked-about transitions in recent NFL memory. The implications of such a move are staggering, prompting fans to imagine scenarios that extend far beyond the confines of the playing field, into marketing, merchandise, and citywide excitement that only a figure of Barkley's magnitude can inspire. The reaction from Eagles fans has been a mixture of shock, disappointment, and resignation, as the prospect of losing Barkley threatens to reshape their expectations for the upcoming season. The running back has been a central figure in Philadelphia's offensive game plan, a player whose ability to break tackles, accelerate through gaps, and make defenders miss has made him a beloved figure both on and off the field. Rumors suggest that contract negotiations may have reached a point where compromise was no longer viable, with Barkley's desire for a new environment and the Raiders' willingness to meet his financial terms creating an irresistible pull. Media coverage has exploded as insiders continue to release tidbits of information, painting a picture of a high-stakes chess game between player, former team, and prospective suitor. Fans are weighing the emotional toll of losing a star against the excitement of seeing him perform on a different stage, while analysts speculate on the broader implications for team dynamics, draft strategies, and coaching adjustments. Social media debates are flourishing, with every theory dissected and reassembled, amplifying the rumor and making the story feel omnipresent. The cultural significance of such a move cannot be understated. Barkley's potential transition is more than a sports story. It is a narrative about ambition, loyalty, and the shifting power dynamics in professional football. The rumor has also sparked comparisons to other blockbuster trades and free agent signings, prompting reflection on how a single player can influence an entire franchise's trajectory. Speculation about the exact contract figures, the role Barkley would assume in the Raiders' offense, and potential commercial opportunities continues to swirl, creating a sense of anticipation that rivals playoff fever. League insiders suggest that if Barkley does indeed make the leap to the Raiders, his presence could alter defensive strategies across the league. Opposing teams would need to recalibrate their defensive schemes, considering Barkley's ability to exploit gaps, evade tacklers, and create explosive plays that can swing momentum in an instant. Coaches are reportedly paying close attention to the situation, evaluating how a player of Barkley's caliber could influence matchups, force adjustments, and shift game plans. The ripple effects extend far beyond Las Vegas, affecting playoff predictions, fantasy football valuations, and even television ratings as fans tune in to witness the unfolding drama. Betting lines have already begun to react to the rumors, reflecting the market's perception of Barkley's potential impact on team performance and league dynamics. Analysts emphasize that the combination of his experience, athleticism, and leadership qualities make Barkley a unique asset, capable of redefining the Raiders' offensive identity, while simultaneously increasing their visibility on a national scale. The buzz surrounding his potential move also has socio-cultural dimensions, inspiring discussion about player agency, market value, and the intersection of talent, fame, and negotiation in contemporary sports. Each new leak or insider confirmation adds fuel to a story that seems tailor-made for the digital age, where information spreads instantly and fan engagement drives the narrative as much as on-field performance. The anticipation is intense, with every new piece of news dissected for hidden meaning, signaling that the drama surrounding Barkley is only just beginning to reach its peak. Rumors further suggest that Barkley's decision to entertain the Raiders' offer may have been influenced by a combination of factors, including team culture, potential for championship contention, and the allure of a fresh start in a city known for its glamour and spectacle. Sources hint at private meetings, strategy sessions, and one-on-one conversations with key executives, all designed to ensure that both parties fully understand the implications of such a monumental commitment. The financial terms reportedly being considered are staggering, reflecting both the Raiders' confidence in Barkley's abilities and the changing economic landscape for elite running backs in the NFL. Insider accounts emphasize that this is not a standard contract negotiation. It is a multifaceted discussion involving performance guarantees, marketing rights, and long-term planning that could redefine Barkley's career trajectory. Fans are captivated by the story, sharing opinions, creating memes, and speculating about the first game in which Barkley might showcase his talents in the Raiders' black and silver. The narrative is layered, combining athletic prowess, strategic thinking, financial negotiation, and the human element of ambition, desire, and career progression. Analysts suggest that if finalized, the deal could serve as a blueprint for future high-profile signings, demonstrating how player value, market forces, and team strategy intersect in the modern NFL. Meanwhile, the rumor mill continues to churn, with every insider snippet and social media post adding depth and nuance to a story that is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. The level of excitement is palpable, as fans imagine the possibilities of seeing Barkley dominate in new uniform, altering both the perception of the Raiders and the trajectory of his own career in ways that could be historic. While the Eagles face the difficult task of planning without Barkley, the Raiders are reportedly meticulously preparing for his arrival, considering everything from playbook integration to locker room dynamics and fan reception. The potential signing has sparked conversations among coaching staff, executives, and former players, each offering perspectives on how a player of Barkley's caliber could influence the team's fortunes. The rumor has become a central topic in sports media, dominating podcasts, television panels, and online forums, where debates about feasibility, strategy, and potential outcomes are relentless. Observers note that beyond pure athletic ability, Barkley brings leadership qualities and a competitive mindset that could reshape team culture, instilling confidence and energy throughout the roster. Analysts also highlight the timing, noting that a move now could maximize both competitive advantage and marketing impact, capturing attention during a period when fan engagement is critical. The speculation fuels anticipation for future games, as fans imagine Barkley taking decisive runs, breaking tackles, and scoring pivotal touchdowns in key matchups. Social media has become a hub of conversation, with hashtags, polls, and fan reactions driving the narrative forward, creating a real-time sense of drama and excitement. The story of Barkley potentially joining the Raiders is thus not merely a report. It is an evolving saga that captures the imagination of fans, pundits, and players alike. The tension, the speculation, and the promise of explosive performance are combining to create a narrative that feels larger than life, as everyone waits for the official confirmation that could validate weeks of rumor, anticipation, and fervent discussion. Insiders reveal that contract details are being handled with utmost discretion, as both the Raiders and Barkley's representatives aim to manage expectations and prevent leaks from undermining the negotiation process. The financial magnitude of the rumored deal, coupled with Barkley's status as one of the most dynamic running backs in the league, has created an atmosphere of intense scrutiny, where every statement and every gesture is analyzed for hidden meaning. The narrative surrounding this potential move is a tapestry of speculation, strategy, and human interest, blending the excitement of athletic excellence with the intrigue of high-stakes negotiation. Analysts are dissecting not only the implications for team performance, but also the broader cultural resonance, as Barkley's move could influence fan loyalty, media coverage, and commercial partnerships across the NFL ecosystem. Meanwhile, fans continue to engage with the story on multiple platforms, creating a shared sense of anticipation and collective speculation that amplifies the rumor into a social phenomenon. Experts emphasize that the potential impact extends beyond the field, shaping perceptions of team identity, leadership priorities, and market positioning. Each leak, each whisper, each insider tip contributes to an ever-growing mosaic of intrigue, making the saga of Barkley's possible Raiders chapter a compelling narrative that blends sport, business, and human drama in equal measure. The excitement is palpable, the stakes are enormous, and the world is watching as the NFL community collectively holds its breath for what could be one of the most significant player movements in recent memory. The buzz surrounding Barkley has led to an unprecedented level of engagement among fans, analysts, and media outlets alike. Every new piece of information, whether confirmed or speculative, fuels discussion, debate, and anticipation, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of rumor and analysis that dominates sports discourse. The potential ramifications extend far beyond Las Vegas and Philadelphia, affecting the league's competitive landscape, fantasy football projections, and even long-term franchise planning. Observers note that Barkley's combination of speed, agility, and power makes him uniquely capable of altering game outcomes, creating highlight reels, and energizing fan bases in ways that few players can. The anticipation surrounding his potential arrival in Las Vegas is compounded by the timing of the rumors, the financial stakes involved, and the cultural significance of such a move in the NFL ecosystem. Analysts and fans alike are dissecting every aspect of the story, from possible offensive schemes and matchups to locker room dynamics and branding opportunities, weaving a narrative that is as complex as it is compelling. Social media serves as both a megaphone and a magnifying glass, amplifying the rumor while simultaneously scrutinizing it, creating a dynamic conversation that evolves minute by minute. The collective imagination of the NFL community is captivated, with everyone weighing scenarios, predicting outcomes, and speculating on the long-term consequences of Barkley joining the Raiders. In essence, the rumor has transcended simple sports reporting, becoming a shared cultural moment that combines athletic excellence, strategic intrigue, and the drama of professional sports negotiation into an irresistible story. As the whispers about Saquon Barkley's potential move to the Raiders continue to grow, sources suggest that both fans and analysts are bracing for a seismic shift in team dynamics. The Raiders, long known for their flashy acquisitions and high-profile signings, could be about to execute what many are calling a game-changing maneuver that might alter the league's landscape. Barkley's rumored contract is said to include substantial guarantees, performance incentives, and clauses that reflect the Raiders' belief in his transformative ability. Social media channels are flooded with reactions, theories, and debates, with fans from coast to coast dissecting every nuance of the rumors, speculating on how his presence could influence not just the Raiders' playbook, but also their overall team culture. Insider chatter indicates that executives are weighing every possible scenario, including long-term roster adjustments, coaching strategies, and a marketing impact of signing a player of Barkley's caliber. Meanwhile, Eagles supporters are reportedly grappling with the emotional implications of losing a cornerstone player, as discussions in fan forums shift between nostalgia for past highlights and worry over the team's next steps. Analysts emphasize that if Barkley joins the Raiders, defensive coordinators across the league will need to rethink their strategies, with game plans increasingly focused on countering his explosive, multidimensional skill set. Every rumor adds layers to a story that blends athletic excellence, high-stakes negotiation, and the drama of professional sports, captivating audiences with a sense of immediacy and suspense that feels almost cinematic in scope. Reports from trusted sources suggest that Barkley's potential move has already begun influencing the Raiders' planning for the upcoming season, with coaching staff reportedly revising offensive schemes to accommodate his unique abilities. The narrative circulating among insiders paints a picture of a high-stakes chess game, where every decision, from contract negotiations to game day strategy, is meticulously calculated to maximize both performance and impact. Analysts have pointed out that Barkley's blend of speed, agility, and field awareness could allow the Raiders to execute plays that were previously thought impossible, potentially redefining their offensive identity. Fans are already imagining highlight reel runs, moments of sheer athletic brilliance, and the kind of game-changing plays that turn ordinary contests into legendary showdowns. Meanwhile, Eagles executives are said to be exploring contingency plans, evaluating draft prospects, and considering trades to mitigate the potential loss of one of the league's most dynamic running backs. Social media discussions have turned into a full-blown spectacle, with memes, hashtags, and speculative threads dominating feeds, amplifying the rumor and creating a sense of immediacy and excitement that borders on frenzy. The anticipation surrounding Barkley's possible Raiders debut has transcended mere speculation, evolving into a cultural event that engages fans, commentators, and analysts alike, generating conversations that extend well beyond the confines of the NFL field. This evolving saga continues to captivate audiences, blending sports drama, strategic intrigue, and financial maneuvering into a narrative that is impossible to ignore as the league and its fan base collectively brace for what could be one of the most significant player movements in recent memory. Industry insiders indicate that the financial terms under consideration for Barkley's rumored contract are not merely impressive. They are historic, representing one of the most substantial investments in a running back in modern NFL history. The combination of guaranteed money, performance bonuses, and marketing clauses reflects a strategic calculation by the Raiders to secure a player whose impact extends far beyond individual plays, encompassing team morale, fan engagement, and brand visibility. Rumors suggest that the contract negotiations have been painstakingly detailed, involving multiple rounds of discussions, adjustments, and careful planning to ensure alignment between Barkley's expectations and the team's vision. Analysts are weighing the potential benefits against inherent risks, such as injury history or long-term durability, while projecting the transformative potential of having Barkley as the centerpiece of the Raiders' offensive attack. Social media platforms are buzzing with speculation, with fans constructing elaborate scenarios about how his style of play might integrate with existing talent, create mismatches, and energize the team's overall performance. Meanwhile, the Eagles are reportedly exploring alternative strategies, from targeting younger running backs in the draft to reconfiguring their offensive schemes, as they brace for the possibility of losing a franchise-defining player. The narrative has evolved into a high-stakes drama where contract figures, athletic performance, and legacy considerations intertwine, capturing the attention of both casual fans and industry experts. Every leaked detail, insider report, or speculative comment adds another layer to a story that continues to dominate sports discourse, fueling anticipation and imagination across the NFL community. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Sources close to the situation suggest that beyond the immediate financial and strategic implications, Barkley's rumored transition could influence the Raiders' long-term roster development and drafting strategies. The team may leverage his presence to attract complementary talent, optimize offensive schemes, and create a competitive advantage that extends far beyond the initial signing. Analysts speculate that his arrival could shift power dynamics within the AFC, forcing rival teams to reconsider defensive strategies, evaluate personnel depth, and adjust game plans to mitigate Barkley's influence. The rumor has created an ecosystem of analysis and commentary, where every potential move, play style adjustment, or locker room interaction is dissected for clues about the larger story. Fans are imagining scenarios where Barkley executes game-breaking plays, energizes teammates, and serves as a catalyst for playoff contention, all while transforming the Raiders' public image. Meanwhile, the Eagles' fan base remains deeply engaged with the narrative, reflecting on past performances and considering how the team will adapt to a sudden void at running back. Insider chatter emphasizes that this is more than a transactional story. It is a narrative about ambition, reinvention, and the pursuit of excellence, blending athletic skill, financial negotiation, and strategic foresight. Every development, rumor, or hinted confirmation adds fuel to a fire of excitement and speculation that shows no signs of abating. The anticipation surrounding Barkley's potential move has created a cultural moment that transcends sports reporting, illustrating the power of narrative, fan engagement, and the human fascination with drama, strategy, and talent in professional football. The buzz surrounding Barkley has reportedly reached the upper echelons of sports media, with journalists, podcasters, and commentators treating each rumor with a mix of skepticism, excitement, and analytical rigor. Leaks about the Raiders' internal deliberations, potential contract structures, and strategic considerations have turned every conversation into a breaking news scenario, with fan engagement reaching levels usually reserved for championship events. Analysts are discussing not only how Barkley's skills could impact on-field performance, but also how his presence might affect team chemistry, fan loyalty, and broader franchise branding. Social media engagement has amplified the rumor, turning speculation into a near-constant stream of commentary, reaction, and debate. Fans imagine game-changing moments, highlight reel runs, and pivotal touchdowns, while industry insiders assess feasibility, financial implications, and potential ripple effects across the league. Meanwhile, the Eagles face the difficult task of preparing for a future without a central figure, contemplating alternative talent pipelines, trades, and strategic adjustments. The narrative has grown into a multi-layered story that combines player ambition, financial negotiation, team strategy, and fan culture, illustrating the complexity and richness of professional sports drama. Every new tidbit, insider report, or speculative leak contributes to a sense of immediacy and suspense, creating an evolving story that engages audiences across platforms. In essence, the saga of Barkley's potential move has become a defining narrative of the NFL season, blending athletic excellence, human ambition, and strategic planning into a story that captivates the league and its fans alike. Industry chatter suggests that Barkley's rumored move is being carefully orchestrated to maximize both performance and media impact, creating a synergy that extends beyond the football field. Strategic planners within the Raiders organization are reportedly evaluating the best ways to integrate Barkley's skills into their offensive playbook, considering combinations, formations, and situational deployment that could amplify his strengths while minimizing risks. Analysts note that his athletic versatility allows for a wide range of tactical possibilities, from explosive outside runs to short-yardage power plays, creating uncertainty for opposing defenses and elevating the team's competitive potential. Meanwhile, fan speculation has turned into a cultural phenomenon, with social media debates, mock lineups, and highlight compilations generating engagement that mirrors the intensity of playoff hype. Eagles supporters, on the other hand, are grappling with the possibility of losing a franchise icon, discussing strategies for replacement, and reflecting on the impact of Barkley's potential departure on team morale and offensive continuity. Every rumor, leak, or insider tip contributes to a growing sense of drama, turning the potential move into a story that blends financial stakes, athletic achievement, and human ambition. The anticipation for official confirmation continues to build, with fans imagining scenarios, projecting outcomes, and theorizing about how Barkley's arrival could reshape the Raiders' identity, energize the roster, and leave a lasting imprint on the NFL landscape. Reports suggest that Barkley's possible signing has already triggered a ripple effect in league strategy, with teams across the NFL evaluating their own roster compositions and game plans in response. Defensive coordinators are reportedly brainstorming ways to contain his explosive runs. Offensive planners are considering counter strategies, and analysts are reconfiguring projections for playoff scenarios and fantasy football valuations. The rumor has become a central talking point, dominating sports media, fan forums, and social platforms, fueling speculation that is equal parts analytical and imaginative. Fans are envisioning spectacular plays, strategic matchups, and highlight moments that could define the season, while insiders continue to release carefully worded hints that keep the narrative alive without confirming details. The story of Barkley potentially joining the Raiders has evolved into a meta-narrative, combining on-field impact, contractual negotiation, and fan-driven speculation into a compelling saga that extends well beyond simple reporting. Analysts emphasize that such a move could redefine the Raiders' offensive identity, energize the team, and generate unprecedented levels of engagement and expectation from the fan base. Every report adds a layer of anticipation. Every rumor fuels discussion, and every imagined scenario contributes to a sense of immediacy that has become central to the NFL experience, making Barkley's potential signing one of the most compelling narratives of the year. Sources indicate that the Raiders are preparing for every contingency, from playbook integration to media strategy, as they aim to maximize the impact of a potential Barkley acquisition. The story is a blend of athletic ambition, financial negotiation, strategic foresight, and fan culture, capturing the essence of modern professional sports drama. Analysts continue to speculate about his role in the offense, potential game-changing plays, and influence on team culture, while fans across social media construct vivid scenarios of highlight reel moments and pivotal matchups. Meanwhile, the Eagles are reportedly strategizing ways to compensate for the potential loss, exploring draft options, trades, and scheme adjustments that could offset the departure of a central offensive weapon. The narrative has become a multi-layered story that combines human ambition, professional negotiation, team strategy, and cultural engagement, captivating the NFL community and extending the suspense to fans, commentators, and analysts alike. Each leak, rumor, or insider tip contributes to an ever-growing mosaic of anticipation, illustrating how a single player's potential move can ripple across the league in terms of strategy, perception, and engagement. The story of Barkley joining the Raiders has become more than speculation. It is a narrative about transformation, possibility, and the convergence of talent, ambition, and opportunity that grips the imagination of the football world. The speculation surrounding Barkley's rumored Raiders signing has now reached fever pitch, with every new leak, insider tip, or social media reaction amplifying anticipation and heightening the narrative. Fans, analysts, and commentators are locked into a cycle of rumor analysis, imagining scenarios, debating feasibility, and projecting outcomes across multiple levels of competition. The potential impact on the Raiders' identity, offensive strategy, and playoff prospects has become a central topic in discussions, with experts considering the ripple effects on rival teams, fantasy football, and league-wide perception. Meanwhile, Eagles supporters are engaged in their own speculative conversations, assessing the potential consequences of losing a player of Barkley's stature, from offensive recalibration to long-term strategic planning. The story has transcended simple reporting, evolving into a shared cultural phenomenon, blending athletic achievement, strategic maneuvering, financial negotiation, and fan-driven speculation into an irresistible narrative. Every insider whisper, social media reaction, and analyst projection adds depth to the drama, fueling anticipation and creating a sense of immediacy that mirrors the intensity of high-stakes competition. The saga of Barkley potentially joining the Raiders is now a defining story of the season, one that engages the NFL community across platforms, extends beyond the field, and captivates audiences with the promise of game-changing athletic brilliance, transformative strategy, and the thrill of high-stakes negotiation. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.